Okay, welcome. I am Taylor, and this is my sealed pool for our YouTube gameplay. I got 6 packs here. I'm going to open them up, and I'm going to go through my process of how I am going about playing in sealed for Tales of Aria. So let's get into it. So we got our token. I usually just set those off to the side. I always organize my cards in the same way every time, so it's super easy. So I will put any of my essence cards off to my left and any cards that are element traded up at the top. And then I, for some reason, like to go ice. And then we'll go into our class cards. Nice. We got a majestic right there. And that'll be our lightning card. That's how I like to do it. And then I go guardian, ranger. Nice. And then equipment goes up there. And then rune blade. Because that's kind of alphabetically how they come out of the pack. So then I can easily put those right there. So far, Pulse of Volthaven is pretty good, but we do have the suede hides. Getting equipment in any limited format is pretty premium, I've got to say. So just sorting, I try to note like kind of what seems really strong, just kind of as I pull it out. It's unfortunate, doubled up on legs there. So I just kind of have an idea, but try to keep an open mind the whole time. Lot of red cards. Embolden is not really my favorite for Guardian. Ice Pool is looking pretty good through the first 2 packs. Yeah, Biting Gale Blue, not super great. Exposed to Elements. Another Majestic. I don't know how I feel about that, though. Not super great. Doubled up on the suede hides. Not awesome there. Really want the whole suite of cards for the equipments. Ton of ice. Throw that one that way right now. Ton of ice. You know, Rejuvenate is a card I go back and forth on whether or not I think it's good. And sometimes in the right deck, it has been actually a lot better than I thought it was. Just trying it out in other games to try to see if it's really, really terrible or not. Icy Encountered Yellow I really like at a nice break point there. We're calling Evergreen here Stag of Brutality. Okay, Rune Blade Pool. Shiny Electrify, that helps. Snow Under is good. I like it because it just costs 1 card. Red Mulch Overflex token. Well, the Earth Pool now is looking really good. Just got some really big attacks in it and that sort of thing, so that's pretty exciting. Red Invigorate's not bad. Earthlore Surge. Heaven's Claw is yellow. Twine Ice. Not really my cup of tea there. Stir is very good. Fulminate. It's an elemental action. That's pretty awesome. It's a pretty good card. dual fusing. I think either abilities are really good. Mark of Lightning, that's really great. We like to see that. Red Vela Flash is also good. Frazzle, Red Steel Blade, Red Buzzbolt. Man, this is probably the hardest part. Is there's always so many playable cards, and the addition or omission of certain cards really can dictate what happens in your pool of cards here. Red Shock Striker, that's very good. Lightning Press. Amulet of Ice, so no equipment there. Got a Red Glacial, Dazzling, Bramble. Okay, so what I've kind of come to realize in the Tales format is that consistency, right? The most consistent deck is kind of where you want to be at. So we're just going to put these suede hides underneath. So right away, I'm kind of liking maybe if I can support a lightning style rune blade. I have some pretty good equipment for that with the suede hides and the Mark of Lightning there. But we're going to be, I think, pretty open to all ideas right now. So what I'm looking for in my element cards is just whether or not they stand out in terms of like their overall strength, or if they're kind of more of a supporting type of card, if that makes sense, right? So if they're going to support a strategy, or sometimes the cards can be so powerful that they are a strategy, right? Winter's Grasp I like. I really like Red Icequake here. That's really good. I really like Chill to the Bone. Another Polar Blast. A lot of Polar Blasts, actually. Okay, so not great. I really think Chill to the Bone is kind of one of these better non-attack actions because it adds a hit effect to things that otherwise wouldn't have a hit effect. And in something like Guardian, you can, rather than having to fuse, you can just play out a Chill to the Bone, right? Same thing with Icequake too. So those are okay. Polar Blasts are all right. The icing counter's good, but not overall kind of pretty lackluster for ice. So if we're going to go Lexi, we got to have strong lightning, or if we're going Oldheim, we got to have strong earth cards. So Electrifies, I really like Electrify. Same thing, adds a hit effect, which is really good. And we have the Pulse here, which is okay. 0 cost, non-attack. We can only run it in Lexi, which is pretty cool. This Red Lightning Press and Shock Striker and these Heaven's Claws. And along with these are really good. I really like these lightning cards much more than my ice. Much more than my ice cards. And even if we didn't get a run Pulse of Volthaven, I think that would be okay. And then this also helps kind of support Fulminate there. But I think really playing into, in Sealed anyway, Majestics is kind of a trap. What's really funny about this video too is I am not sure what my compatriots have had to say also about their thoughts. So there could be some overlap. Okay, well, thought this was a kind of a bigger situation, Break Ground is pretty good at red. I really like that. Same thing with Evergreen. These are big old hogs. Only one Earthlore Surge. Burgeoning is alright. Autumn's Touch is okay. Better in yellow and red than it is in blue. But getting to recur this threat could be pretty nice. Also kind of weak. So seems like Lightning is really our strongest pool of Essence cards. So let's quickly take a look at Oldheim here. What I really look for in this is kind of consistent attacks I can do, right? So like there's a pile of 3. Anything that I can cast with just 1 card would be great. Red Thump is really good though. Blue Biting Gale maybe the worst. Entangle. Yeah, so I just have a bunch of auras. So I would need a lot of big ice or earth attacks, which we know I don't have. So I think I'm pretty cut off from going Guardian right now. Just not enough gas, but who knows? Maybe we'll need to get there. Plus with only a couple of blues there for the attacks, not super great. Let's take a look at Lexi here. Bunch of different types of arrows, which is good and bad. Flake Out, we'll just throw on top there. Red Chilling Ice Vein is great. Huh. Well, also not a lot of arrows in breakpoints. We really only have 3. I think we have another one. 4. Well, maybe we do have more. We kind of have 7 arrows in breakpoints. But our strongest cards are lightning cards, and those are kind of our weakest arrows, which is okay, which then kind of, I suppose, supports that weakness. So then we don't really need to play into our lightning arrows too much. We do have these 2 lightning arrows. 3 Chilling Ice Veins is pretty good. It's just a good hit effect. And then Flake Outs, which I really like because you can use +1 and still get that Dominate. Okay. I don't really know at this point. Let's look at this last Rune Blade pile and see what's going on here. Sigil of Suffering yellow is not bad. Stir, Explosive, Rights. So we do have 3 Velaflash, 3 Bramble Spark. Only 1 Shockwave though. So Velaflash has just a really powerful card. Man, kind of underwhelming altogether. And we really only have 4 cards that need Lightning Fusion here. But we do kind of have some big hitters. These 3 Bramble Sparks are really great. I really like these 2 Stir the Wildwoods. I suppose with Rites of Replenishment we could recur potentially our Velaflashes and our Arcanic Shockwave. But I'm not really sure what I would do with Velaflash and its ability right now with this pool. We do have the Electrifies here. And we can kind of Velaflash those in as an attack reaction. But other than that, 2 red Invigorates might be might be coming into the pool right now. Just to kind of up our kind of overall damage count. This is really tough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So only 7 earth cards. And they're mostly attacks. Yeah, so we have these two non-attacks there. Well, this is very interesting. Let's see. Well, if you definitely know what you would have done, I would love to hear it in the comments. Or potentially if you think I'm a little higher on certain cards like Veloflash than you think I should be, I would love to hear that. Just take a look at Ice again. But these lightning cards are just pretty good. So, okay. So we're going to cut away from Oldheim for sure. I suppose if we do go Briar, we can also add in the Fulminate here as a non-attack action. And we could get off multiple attacks in the turn, especially with explosive growth. And then that would give everything +1 damage for the turn. If we combo that with Fulminate and Lightning Fuse it. Pretty tough though. And there's just not a reasonable way for us to get go again a lot of the time for us to swing our weapon for that strategy. Let's take a look one more time at the Lexi cards, because honestly we only have like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kind of just damage we know we're basically going to get through, right? And we just have a lot of earth fusion and kind of like a lot of earth cards we don't want to run. Well, okay, so then let's take a look at these in terms of kind of breakpoints, right? Can we get those above a certain threshold? Oof. This Bolton shot's hard to be in there. Well, we also have the Shock Striker, the Heaven's Claws, 2 of those, so that kind of counts. These are really strong, like put this in Arsenal, flip it up with Lexi, it now has Go Again, and then you can come in with a second attack, maybe one of these other arrows. And this does still allow us to use Fulminate, and we would get full value out of the Pulse of Volthaven here. The Amulet of Lightning can be pretty good, I think, in Lexi, because it's just any action card can get Go Again. But you still got to fuse. Well, I think we're going to go with... I think we got to go with Lexi here. So we just wind up with enough stuff to get there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 17 right there. I might cut some stuff. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 27. We can just get to 27 with mostly lightning cards. Not bad though, but we have mostly ice cards that we need to fuse with. Okay, so let's go through these ranger cards. I want to keep these. Okay. That's 3, 6. Overflex is fine. 9. I don't really care too much about the snapshot. It's free, which is kind of nice, and so is dazzling. So we can maybe cut these. And then we're on 12. Definitely want pulse in there. There's that other Heaven's Claw. Icy Encounter is pretty worth it. So is Icequake. Chilled to the Bone. Winter's Grasp blocks really well. Do we want the Amulet of Ice? I don't think so. Polar Blasts. $28. And then if we add in these 2 red Invigorates, and then we can run Mark of Lightning and Runaways. And we can maybe sideboard in Fulminate depending on our matchup there. Sorry, I keep bumping my camera here. It's in an awkward position to get the best angle here. Okay, I think that's our 30 right there. Winds up with 7, 8 lightning fuses, and we wind up with quite a few more ice fuses. We have a few more ice arrows. So we wind up with 9 there. And then we got our arrows, which we don't have a ton of, but that's okay because we have some other pretty good attacks. And with Dominate and multiple attacks in a turn, I think we're going to get there. And we got the red lightning press for some cheeky extra damage. Maybe on like a Shock Striker, or maybe we can pair that up with our red Ice Vein. That would be pretty nice. All right, cool. That's what I'm going with. Well, thanks for watching. You will see this deck perform or underperform in our upcoming videos. We're going to do a round robin between Isaac, Colin, and myself. And if this is your first time being with the Attack Action Podcast, go ahead and check us out on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Google. I'm also on Twitter at BattleBroTaylor, and you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Gmail, all at the Attack Action Podcast. All right, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.